Hi everyone and a warm welcome to my channel. My name is Azria from remembrance.com. I just wanted to do a quick 10-minute video on here because I'm finding that this energy in February 2026, can you believe that's where we are? But before I go any further, for those of you who are new to my channel, through Alarian Resonance, we work with, and the work that I've been doing over the past few years has really been around frequency and frequency translation. And what that means is being able to tune in, again, using myself as like a radio, to your field, to the unified field, and pick up on those frequencies that your junk DNA is giving out around other beings, around those behaviors, those connections that make up you. Because wouldn't you want to find out what else is in you? And now we're not talking about activations. I don't activate. Acknowledging it does give it a little bit more emphasis, but that's only to confirm that connection. That's not an activation, that's an awareness. And especially, and I want to just jump on that word activation a second, because you'll find, and I'm sure that you'll find as we're going into February, that there's some quite intense energy. And I know what people have been saying, that it's the year of the fire horse around sort of the 16th, 17th of February onwards. So I know we're sort of about on the 2nd or 3rd. So we've kind of still got a few days to go, but I can already feel it sort of ramping up. And I think one of the biggest pieces of support and advice that the scholars, so the team of beings that I work with in order to help me translate those frequencies, again, that I've been working with over the past probably 6-7 years now, which I go into way more detail on my website, alarianresonance.com, and we'll probably start doing a few more videos. Now I actually have a video and a microphone that works, which is always very, very helpful. Me and technology, no. Anyway, I digress. Because it's all well and good about all of this energy and all of these frequencies and all of these light codes either being sent to this planet or being activated. But then what do you do with it? Hey? Then what do you do with it? And maybe see this as your permission slip, is that it's okay to integrate. It's actually okay to start integrating all of this within you, within your being, within your energy field. And we'll go into what that actually looks like in a second. Because I think obviously like December and January was quite quiet and quite sort of heavy at times. But this energy in February is really kind of a renewal. I mean, we've gone through Imbolc. Imbolc is sort of like that turning from like the end of the winter and the start of spring. I had an amazing walk through my local woods the other day, and I'll do another video on that entirely. And it was so wonderful to see the shoots coming out, the little leaves coming out, because there's like a bed of bluebells. But again, I slightly digress, but one of the points I really wanted to make is that that's where we are at the moment. And everyone says, oh no, I'm higher on my journey and I've nah. We are at the stage of now having, what was it? I think it was the 9-year cycle that we're coming to the end of. So we're beginning to poke our head out and going, yay, I very much want to live in this heart coherence, this heart frequency. And I know many of us sensitive souls who have been around for a little while longer, whether 40, 50 years, etc., have been waiting for a very, very long time. And I say this a lot because it is just so extraordinary. It really, really is. And then you might say, well, Azria, actually, hold on a minute. We've still got wars. We've still got the issues with the finance sectors. We've still got people rowing. And yeah, absolutely. But remember, it has to crash before it gets rebuilt. But I'm going to do another, again, God, I'm setting myself up to do loads of videos, aren't I? On that type of stuff in a minute. But I just want to come back to this February energy and the whole integration. Because as I said, we talk about being being activated. And again, that's where I think the question lies, is that I don't always feel that it's an activation. I'm sorry for those who do, but it's more of an awareness. So, like, for example, when we go into a session around your star lineage, and I pick up on those frequencies of those races of beings, it's already there. I'm just bringing your awareness to it. So I'm just bringing your awareness to it, and bringing your awareness to something. That's what activates it. That's what alivens it. I almost want to say that old saying, it's like, if a bear shat in the woods, did it really shit in the woods? We won't know until you actually go in the woods and see. But the most important thing is that it aligns with you. Because I mean, I've had one or two clients go, and I've told them their 3 main frequencies, and go, I don't align with the first one, but the other 2, yeah, absolutely. Because the frequencies come in stronger at different levels. So the main frequency that you are working with within that time and space, absolutely. But there might be another 2, there might be another 3. And some of my clients go, well, actually, no, the first one I don't really align with, but those other 2, yeah, I can really feel into them. But then like 2 or 3 months later, I'll get a phone call going, Azri, you said. There we go. I really digress. I'm really glad that this is my own channel and I'm just talking. I was going to have this for about 10 minutes and I'm on about 8.5 already. Bring it back. Because I talk way, way, way too much. Way too much. Anyway, so let's see what's going on with this hair of mine as well. Okay. Yeah, it never does what it's supposed to. Anyway. February. Integration looks like resting when you need to and not feeling guilty. And now I've said this on a few other programs, but it's true. Because when we rest, it gives our nervous system, it gives all of our other energy bodies time to just process and recalibrate. Because when we go about our everyday lives, there is so much going on, so much being processed, so much being taken on board, so much being cleared. That time of rest is when we can really kind of process and calibrate. And those of a neurodiverse nature, including myself, will know how important that downtime is. But this is for everybody now. This isn't just for as I said, those neurodivergent between us, this is every single person. And you might go, well, I can't because of this and I can't because of that. Well, that's a discussion for another time. And then we could then look at areas such as the hygiene behind it, as I like to call it. Actually, let me just go back a second. As part of the integration, we can then look at our breathing, because our breathing helps everything move. So just bringing your awareness back to your breath. There are various different exercises I could give you, but like the 4 in, hold for 8, 4 out, for an example. Again, that just settles everything down. It settles the nervous system down. Really itchy nose. There's another one where you can just sit, deep breath in, out, and just look at a couple of things in the room. I call it my safety minute. Because then that just tells your brain and your nervous system that, yeah, good, I'm here, I'm safe. Try that one. Also, again, I know we all go on our phones and TikTok to get that quick little dopamine hit, but reducing that stimulation as well. And it's something I have to work on now and again, because I get into a bit of old routines that the time when I go to bed, there's a good hour or so beforehand where there's no screens. It's surprising. I mean, some people say half an hour, it's up to you. But I find that one of the biggest helps, reducing that stimulation. And the last one, which you might find a bit weird, but humming. Anyway, you don't need to hum or sing anymore. Because again, that is vibration. That is what will calm everything down, because it's from the top all the way down to the bottom. It's that vibration that goes all the way through your system. You sometimes see people humming if they're nervous. Give that one a try. And then, as I was saying before, we're then looking at grounding as well. And now I'm not going to go into all the different ways in which you can ground. A lot of you know. And it's the barefoot on the earth. It's the basic body movement, especially around the hips. It's feeling your feet and visualizing those roots going into the ground, right into Gaia, right into Mother Earth. Eating some grounding foods. And now I think the last bit of integration is embody it. Don't be frightened. Feel into it. Even when you're doing sort of mundane tasks like the washing up, bring your awareness back to your own field. But don't just have those moments in the day where you're going to know, I'm going to be spiritual for these 10 minutes, or I'm going to be aware of my energy for that. You know what? If that's the way you're starting off, brilliant. But for maybe those who have been doing it for a while, it's not it's not a case of, oh, I'm just going to spend 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It's how do you bring it into the everyday? It's like when you're stirring your tea in the morning. Setting the intention. When you first wake up, Hand on the heart, hand on the stomach. Do a couple of deep breaths. What's the first words that come out your mouth? What are the last words that you say? Again, there's loads which I can go into in another time. But I think one of the main things that I really wanted to just mention is with this February energy, it is going to be intense. So many people have said the same thing. And that's what I'm getting from my guides as well. So don't necessarily look over the next few months of activating and doing all this huge work, because you know what? A lot of it is already happening in you and with you. But just allow it to integrate as well. Allow your system to work with it, not against it. You might even find that you're becoming more creative over the next month. You may find, and I know that's with myself, and I'm going to do a quick little plug here as I'm starting to write a few more blogs on my website as well. I mean, I had the most amazing experience in Prague recently. If you want to go and check that out as well. I'm starting to write a lot more, which is absolutely fascinating. So it's just giving yourself that little bit more patience, that little bit more compassion. Because like I say, you're becoming a version of you you've never been before. We're moving into an energy that we haven't seen in lifetimes, that heart coherence. I'm not welling up, honestly. So when all of this is happening outside you and around you, stop. Feel in. How am I doing? How am I feeling? What does this mean for me? And it's not being selfish, before you ask. It is not being selfish. So for those sensitive souls out there, I hope this has helped. Well, I hope this has helped everybody. I really, really do. Anyway, I was going to do a 15-minute video and I'm up to 17 and a half minutes. So before I go, I'm just going to have a look at a note that I wrote myself to make sure that I've said everything, and I think I have covered everything, so that's good, as well as a few other notes that were coming in as well. So, but integration isn't about ascending away from the body. It's about anchoring those frequencies into your human experience. If you need support with this, you know where I am. remembrance.com. I said I will be running a monthly community as well. So we're like-minded people who are also on their journey as well, diving into those frequencies, exploring those star beings. Again, please go along to alarianresonance.com. It's called the Frequency Collective. First time I think I've said it on anywhere. There's a couple of us in there already. So yeah, please do come along. Yeah, the Frequency Collective. And so it's ongoing integration support as we move through these times as well. God, I'm getting good at this plug-in stuff, aren't I? It's only taken me a year. Yeah, so anyway, that isn't too bad. I said 15 minutes and now it's 20. So I'm very pleased with myself. And if you guys have seen the nice sort of halo effect, I've had this beautiful, beautiful candle just burning here because I couldn't quite get my lights to work. So I thought, you know what? The light of a candle is always the best. So from my heart to yours, from my light to yours. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Bye-bye for now.